What's up, KGS Headmaster here, and welcome to Throwback Thursday on this week's theme of sci-fi. A throwback indeed, a throwback to the days when headmasters made videos wearing ties and jackets, even little pocket squares. I've had a haircut to take off a few years. We're throwing all the way back to, the start of lockdown, I guess, but we're also throwing back in the world of sci-fi. And I have to say, this has been an incredibly difficult topic to try and encapsulate in a few minutes. But let's kick off with some shout-outs. Firstly, happy birthday to Katja in the third year. Many happy returns. I hope you have a wonderful day despite lockdown. Great time with your family. I'm sure you'll touch base with friends. And as ever, it's your birthday, Katja, so I hope it brings everything your heart's desire. Have a great, great day. Congratulations to some first years getting their gold and indeed diamond commendations awards. So James has got his gold and Tom's got his diamond. Phenomenal effort, guys. Really well done. It's great to be every day celebrating new gold, platinum and diamond awards. It means you guys are working really hard and doing great things. Well deserved and great recognition. So, Throwback Thursday, sci-fi. Headmaster's got the jacket on. He's got the tie on. We're going back in time. In fact, if I was going to go back in time properly, I'd have been wearing kind of t-shirts, shorts, pair of trainers, running around like a lunatic, because I'm going back to the sci-fi of my youth. Those days when TV wasn't streamed. It was on TV and that was it. You had 3 channels, maybe 4 if you were lucky. There wasn't even a channel 5. There was BBC 1, BBC 2. There was no BBC 3. There was ITV. And then growing up, channel 4 was like the new thing. So BB 1, BB 2, ITV, that was it. Then channel 4. And the best bet of catching something that you missed live when everyone would just sit down, rush the TV, sit and watch it together, or you sit down with your mates, you had a favourite show, or maybe with your siblings, there were things you and it was the same time every week, and you really look forward to it. Couldn't stand it when the series was over, looking forward to the next series coming along, cried when the whole thing came to an end. But your best bet was a video recorder if you missed it. And sometimes you record it even if you watched it because you wanted to watch the whole thing back all over again. So you didn't have to cry when it finished. You could just keep watching and watching. So I started off, thought, what were the top 3 sci-fi from my youth? 3 wasn't enough to capture my youth. Not that my youth was a long time. There's just so much great sci-fi in British and American television. And I'm talking about the American stuff that came over to Britain, nothing that I watched out in the States. So top 5, top 6, top 10, top dozen. I ended up going for a baker's dozen of 13. And still, I couldn't capture. There's still going to be loads I leave out that you guys are going to say, but what about? He hasn't mentioned. But of course, for a lot of you out there watching this, you're thinking, not just what about, you'll be thinking, what's that? Have a look and enjoy. Here we go. In no particular order, I'm going to kick off with Flash Gordon. Not the movie, great movie, but Flash Gordon, the TV series, well before my time, but actually was rerun often on a Saturday morning or during the school holidays. Really, really love that. They'd run it along with Tarzan and Laurel and Hardy movies. Those were kind of great mornings of television when you had no variety. You just sat there and watched it. Harold Lloyd as well. Those kind of great comedians. But Flash Gordon was the sci-fi dose in that little foray. Buck Rogers in the 21st century. He was the man. Buck Rogers, a spaceman, he got propelled into the future. A future that we're living in now. The 21st century just doesn't feel that far away. It's right here. So Buck Rogers was amazing. That was an evening show. Morecambe Mindy, brilliant, kind of an alien coming down to live on Earth in America, played by the brilliant comedian Robin Williams, a young Robin Williams, with his great catchphrase, Shazbot and Nanu Nanu. Nanu Nanu was kind of like a greeting or a signing out. It would be accompanied by a little twist of the ears. So Nanu Nanu to all of you out there. Already got Star Trek. I'm talking about the original Star Trek, the William Shatner, the Leonard Nimoy. The days when they were fighting the Klingons rather than having the Klingons on board the Starship Enterprise. And of course, we come back up to date these days with Jean-Luc Picard and Deep Space Nine and all kinds of other things going on. But I'm talking about the original Star Trek. Amazing. So, Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, Morecambe Mindy, Star Trek. Battlestar Galactica was another favourite. The ship itself was just something to behold. The original Doctor Who, we'll come back to those in a minute. But of course, we're up to so many Doctor Who's these days, and it's changed over time. Brilliant stories. Love the relaunch, but I'm going back to the original days of people like Tom Baker. He's probably the classic Doctor when I was growing up, and lots more besides. So Tom Baker with his long scarf was a real kind of icon of the Doctor Who era of my youth. We've got Dare the Triffids, great show based on the book by John Wyndham. Very, very scary. Quantum Leap, very funny, very heartfelt. Brilliant show about somebody traveling through time and taking on other people's personalities to be able to solve issues. Quantum Leap, great show. Blake 7, another kind of spin-off of the whole Starship mold. So Blake 7, about a crew of 7 under the leadership of Blake. Stargate, we love Stargate, and Stargate's had lots of spin-offs at Atlantis. This is kind of SG-1. This is the original American Stargate, going back, and the links to the classical world, the Egyptian world, all those great classical references. Love that. Space 1999, a bit of like Battlestar Galactica and all those kind of other shows. Really good. Blake 7, kind of a big show. 1999, wow, that's like how many years in the past now? And that was a sci-fi show set in the future. Just telling you how old I am. X-Files, Mulder and Scully, mentioned them with the tunes, the Catatonia, but Mulder and Scully, absolutely brilliant. A different story every week. The movies, but the TV show, really, really good. A great American show. Just kind of ran out of juice towards the end, but a really good show to begin with. And Thunderbirds. You know, I wanted to leave out, I couldn't leave out all of the animated shows, so Thunderbirds, brilliant show. So that's my kind of 13. Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2. I had a Thunderbird 2 going up, which was the kind of cargo one, and it was green along and a bit dropped out the middle. Thunderbird's kind of real heroes again, great adventure stories, great kids TV. A couple of quotes for you to finish. I mean, firstly, those are my kind of my baker's dozen, not my dirty dozen, not my top 3, not my top 10. My baker's dozen of shows that I remember very fondly from my youth about sci-fi. What shows do you remember right now? Do you know any of those shows? Are there any other shows you would have included? I haven't included Red Dwarf or Futurama. There's loads I've left out. So guys, what's your favourite? What haven't I got in there? And why do you like it? A couple of quotes. Firstly, a quote for the moment. It's not a, it's a genuine quote, but it's not my quote for the day, which is from Doctor Who. More recently, it's like, do what I do. Hold tight and pretend it's a plan. Sounds like a plan for COVID and everything else going on at the moment. But a real quote comes from an early Doctor Who, from the original Doctor Who, from William Hartnell back in 1964. So that was before I was born, okay? Before anybody gets carried away with my age. So the first Doctor, William Hartnell, as Doctor Who said this: "As we learn about each other, so we learn about ourselves." It's very simple, but very true. So bear that in mind as you keep looking after yourselves, looking after your fam, looking after your friends, being kind to everyone around you, doing the best work you can, keep working well, keep being happy, keep making me proud. I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Headmaster out.